Oh, thanks, guys. Thank you very much for all that late night sub love. Let me finish this tweet so I can inform the Twitterverse that we are about to date dads, because it's a monumentous occasion. Excellent. All right, let me load that up. We're gonna have to switch to this one. Now I'm all like, so like tall. Anyway, let's date dads. Invisible juice. Ooh, it's so weird. Ty's just informing spitters. Well, that's important too. All right. Oh shit, that's loud. There it is. So who else is drinking tonight? It's a Friday night. I find drinking helps me date dads better. You made some of that. You made some dirty Estes? Nice. Excellent. It's the perfect summer drink. Laserdisc is clearly the superior video format. That was the dad tip. You're drinking Johnny Walker Black, which makes me ready for Robert to plow us. I mean, you're not wrong. That's an amazing emote, Awesome Caddy. I love that. Excellent. All right. Oh yeah, we were in the middle of a Craig date. We were looking for the capybara. All right. I just had a pair of dads who date each other leave my house. We had a beer or two together. Was good. Nice. Fun fact, eating before bed is good because your body is getting ready to rest and digest. Okay, so where we left off, we are searching for the fallen capybara. And we just talked to Robert, so I'm not going to interrogate him again. We're going to move to another part of the park. Where to now, bro? Let's go to the playground. Oh, shit. We make our way over to a small playground at the edge of the park. Oh. Rarest of Raiders. I'd give you more, but ads aren't working. That's okay. Thank you, Rarest, for the biddies. Thank you for the 10 bits. Beer's 95% water. Yeah, but it's not very hydrating. Strangely enough. We make our way over to the small playground. Okay, at the edge of the park, a couple of kids play on the jungle gym while parents watch on the nearby benches. Over on one of the benches, I spot a familiar face. I'm guessing it's going to be Brian. Joseph. Look for clues. Interrogate Joseph. Let's see what Joseph's up to. We jog over to Joseph, who seems to be engrossed in his book.
Nice.
Joseph! Joseph nearly drops his book. Hey guys. Didn't think I'd see the two of you out here. Ty, are you exercising? Sure am. You know me. I just love to run and be healthy. That's kind of my whole thing. What are you reading? Oh, just a book on knots and rope tying. The fuck? Who just casually reads a book about knots and rope tying?
Lawrence of Arabia.
For boats. Boat ropes. Right. Say, you didn't happen to see a stuffed capybara around here. Capybara. What's a capybara? It's a large rodent that's native to South America. Joseph thinks for a second. Haven't seen one around. I'll tell the kids to keep an eye out. Your kids are here?
Nice.
Joseph looks around. They were here a second ago. Must have gone exploring around the park. Do you know where they could have run off to? They're kids. They get into mischief sometimes, but they always come back. He's sweating. There's a drop of sweat on him. Do you think he knows where the capybara is? It's hot out. Point of metal. So, do both he and his wife just let the kids run all over the place and not watch them? I think these are the kids that are like not unself-sufficient. Like they're old enough to not get killed. There's a point where a child can have some independence. I think that's the... Sounds like mischief, you say. Wait, am I being interrogated right now? Divine Squeeze. Thank you for the 100 bits. Gotta find the daddy, though. Thank you very much for the 100 bits. Oh, we have a proverb. Admire the cotton candy. Do not attempt to eat the cotton candy. That's important. That's important. Don't do it. But thank you very much for the 100 bits. Appreciate that. Am I being interrogated right now? No. Yes. Only if you did something wrong. Thank you for your time, sissy. What are you hiding, Joseph? Whoa, kind of getting the third degree here. This is serious. There's a capybara on the line. I mean, you're more than welcome to ask Christian and Christy. I imagine they have their ears to the ground on all the latest playground drama. They might be somewhere around the woods. Thanks, Joseph. We'll let you get back to your rope book. Boat ropes. We head back to the playground. Okay, we gotta move to another part of the park. I've deducted where we should go next. We return to the woods. Joseph's twins must be around here somewhere. Look for clues. Craig and I searched through the outskirts of the woods, hoping to find anything that might lead us to Arnold. There are a couple of cigarettes and empty beer cans scattered around the thicket. This is probably the hot spot for edgy teens who hang out at night and say swears and stuff. Chat, do you guys hang out in the woods and do the swears? Do you say swears when your parents aren't listening? I never swear. I've never taken the Lord's name in vain. I never use juvenile terminology for one's genitals. It's just not a thing I do. But some of you guys are vagrants and charlatans. Hecking heck, it's just banned. Just right out the door. Just banned. Yes, but please don't tell anyone. Okay. Yes, daddy. Whoa, that's a great emote. I do the swears when I'm super hecky upset. Oh, man. Go to heck. Wow. I have drugs and do premarital sex. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's not get all over the top here. I hang out in the woods with my parents and drink. Jen, please. I go to the woods and say that? Fuck me. But it doesn't look like there was any recent activity that might be capybara related. This might be a dead end, partner, bro. We return to the woods. Joseph's twins must be around here somewhere. Alright, we gotta interrogate Robert again. Time to grill Robert again. In more ways than one. We walk over to Robert's bench. Oh, Christ. What now? Come on, Robert. The sooner you tell us what you know, the sooner we can let you get back to your brooding.
I don't know.
Bad cop time. Robert, if you don't help us, I'm gonna put you in a headlock. Is that a threat or a promise?
Oh.
Whoa, slow down.
There.
Back off. Robert, I'm gonna keep being vaguely threatening until you tell us something useful. I haven't seen any goddamn capybaras, okay? Crap, I was really nailing the bad cop bit too. I thought we had something.
Hey.
Now what, bro? Joseph said his twins were around here somewhere, but I have no idea where they're supposed to find them. Wait, those creepy kids? Why didn't you tell me they had something to do with this? Well, maybe I should have left the good cop, bad cop routine to the pros on TV.
Hey.
Yeah, Robert, bro, do you know where they are?
Hello?
I do. A lot of people underestimate the sense of a man who broods. I saw them lurking around here a little while ago. Where'd they go? Ran into the woods? I'd be careful, though. I don't trust him. But then again, I don't trust anyone. Not even you guys. Not even that baby. Look at this baby, chat. How could you not trust this baby with your life, your finances, your future? Rip. I take that back. You're an old soul, kiddo.
Oh.
Thanks for your help, Robert. The woods. Go deeper into the woods. I stare into the depths of the forest. Who knows what could be in there? Ooh. It just got a bit spooks. Are you prepared for what we might face in there? On second thought, I think they may be able to smell the fear on me. Maybe we should give that a minute to dissipate. Seconded.
Nice.
Are you prepared for what we might face in here? I'm ready, partner bro. You? Nope. But if it gets River to stop crying, I don't care. Let's do this. We start down the path into the woods, keeping our eyes and ears peeled for any sign of Arnold. Now, chat, the children of the corn are in here somewhere. The children, some of you get that reference. The creepy-ass fucking twins from The Shining are in the woods somewhere. So be careful. Like, have your firearms at the ready. It's not murder if it's in self-defense of spooky twins. Spooking you. There are no squirrels or birds anywhere. The silence is unsettling. The sun can barely peek through the canopy. It's colder here. Suddenly, we hear voices. I want to do it. You got to do it last time. Craig and I come into the clearing where we find Christian and Christy kneeling over something. Stop right there.
Nice.
And put your tiny hands where we can see them. Christian and Christy just stare at us. You heard the guy. Put your hands up. We're kind of in the middle of something here. Yeah, can you come back later? What are you kids doing? Cutting stuff up. My heart is pounding. Is this the end of the line? I step closer. I can't believe what I'm seeing. A pair of safety scissors lies in the dirt, and it's Arnold. What have they done to him?
Bro!
Arnold! Goob! You heard the baby. Hand over the capybara. No fair. Finders keepers. No, not finders keepers. That's our property and you've desecrated it. Well, how can you prove it's yours? Yeah, it doesn't even have your name on it. Actually, it does. See on the foot there? Christy looks at the foot. Touché. I can't read. Craig looks at me. I'm so done with this, bro. There's no use arguing with them. River sniffles. Craig looks exhausted. I gotta get her home, or she's gonna have another meltdown. Let's brunch some other time, yeah? What? Did I fuck something? What happened? I failed the date because of that? Wow. That was weird. That just derailed him at the strangest time, like in the middle of something intriguing. Maybe I should have calmed down the child first before. Oh, I don't know, chat. That's weird. Whatever. It's Craig. Not the end of the world. I head back to the cul-de-sac and head inside the house. I'm ready for a shower, a gallon of water, and a nap. I bet Amanda's still asleep. I crack open the door to find her still in bed, sleepily scrolling through her phone. Morning. Afternoon, actually. Right. How was your brunch? Well, we had a good time with the run part, but we didn't make it to the rest of the portmanteau. Huh? To brunch. We didn't make it to brunch. Somehow we lost River's toy capybara on our run. A capybara is... Dad, don't patronize me about giant rodents. I know. Sorry. Anyway, we figured out that Joseph's creepy twins had something to do with it, but we never got to the bottom of it. We actually cornered the kids in the wood and found what was left of the toy, but we couldn't convince them to give it back. Maybe if we'd had a smoking gun. I mean, evidence, not a literal gun. So the run went well, though. I was a little worried about your endurance. Yeah, it was rough at first, but it ended up being a piece of cake. I actually feel pretty good.
Hey.
My legs give out. I find myself on the floor of the hallway. I'm just gonna hang out here for a while. You take your time getting up. Aw, chat. Worst date ever.
Well, it wasn't the worst.
I think the way I failed the most is I didn't try to calm the kid down after like when I had that opportunity. We just went further into the woods. But yeah, Damien is daddy anyway, exactly.
Welcome. You've got dads.
You've got dads. All right, so we've had 2 dates with Craig. Oops. We've had 1 date with Matt. We've had 2 dates with Robert. We've had 2 dates with Damien. And none with Hugo, Joseph, or Brian. So I'm guessing we're going to need to go on date number 2 with Matt. And then we'll make our scumbag save file. and check all of the other things. So, chat, we're gonna go on one more date with Matt. 2 hot dates with Ryan, or with Ryan, Robert. Who's Ryan? Any love for Hugo? I mean, Hugo just looks like he's trapped in an 80s cop movie. Which, I mean, is kind of cool. But, at the same time, nah. Become a vampire with Damien and turn the others into your love slaves. I'm not sure that's how it works, but... What about Bondage Daddy Joseph? Trapped in an 80s cop movie. Like a dad. Joseph is creepy as fuck. He's kind of creepy, yeah. Your name's Ryan? Nice. Robert's kind of boring. I mean, yeah. He's very straightforward. But don't worry. Okay, so we're gonna go on date number 2 with Matt. Instead of messaging the guy, why don't I just walk over and grab some coffee? I'm feeling really sluggish today anyway. Amanda! Amanda sticks her head out of her room. Father! Want to go to the coffee spoon? Oh, so you get called cool once and now... Wait. So you get called cool once, and now you're the cool dad who hangs out at coffee shops and listens to neo-jazz and stuff. Amanda. Are you going to bring your laptop and your leather-bound journal so you can work on your poetry anthology? Look, honey, do you want me to buy you coffee or not? Well, let me grab my laptop and my leather-bound journal. Amanda and I... Oh, this guy. Amanda and I make the short walk to the coffee spoon. The place is quiet today. Just a few people hanging out and reading books in the cozy little nooks. I walk up to the counter and see a familiar, pierced face. Hey, you were the dude I yelled at a bunch the other night.
Aww.
Amanda casts a sideways glance at me. You tried to sell me shirts. And who might you be, miss?
Dad.
This is my daughter, Amanda, the person I am father to and am very much protective of. An honor to make your acquaintance. My name's Pablo. Did I mention that I make witch house music? I wouldn't call witch house music, but okay. That is a stab. I mean, I'm not really for witch house either. Chat, some of you are probably wondering what witch house sounds like. Let me show you what witch house is. Hang on. Oh my god. Hang on. Okay, hang on. Let me skip ahead a bit. Does it always have singing like that? The bass is cool. Like, that's cool. It's just spooky electronic. It's like super slow, creepy, like dub. That first song was ass. The singing in that first song was ass. The only thing that bugs me is the fucking is it the hats? What, like, there's something like really like almost low quality about some of the percussion in it. I don't, like, I'm the same way. I don't hate it, but I'm like, there's so much more that is better. But it's alright. Anyway, that's Witch House, roughly. I think Witch House covers a whole bunch of different kinds. I think it's more the image than the actual content of the music, per se. I think any creepy electronic music, Ty's just a hater. I don't hate it, but would I listen to it? Probably not voluntarily. I'm impressed you know what Witch House is at all. I found out during the stream like 2 years ago. So it's not like I just knew it off the top of my head. But we did some discovering a few years ago.
Aww.
A piercing blow to my ego, though not one that will dissuade my need to impress you. My innate dad senses tingle. I am overwhelmed with fatherly protective energy. I must do something to protect my child. Do you honestly think like? I love these options. Reappropriate lines from Taken. I have... Was it like I have a very specific set of skills? That's actually awesome. Okay, let's do 3. Listen here, Pablo. I have a very specific set of skills too. I can type pretty fast for people my age. That's sort of true-ish. For someone who doesn't touch type. If you so much as harm a hair on my daughter's head, I'll be coming for you at a comfortable 80 words per minute after I practice a little.
Dad.
Dad. Ty. Matt comes out of the out from washing dishes in the back room to meet Amanda and I. He and I high five, as fellow cool people do. Ah, I see you've met my newest employee. Your service. Although I'm only here until Vacant Veil starts their world tour. When's that? Well, we gotta put out a record first. All right, Pablo. Now, what do we do with customers again? Right, yes. Pablo clears his throat. Hello, good folk of Maple Bay. Can I interest you in a tasty caffeinated beverage? Smashing pumpkin spiced latte, please. A classic. And you? Americano football. A decaf for cutie. Or Father John Misto. I am a huge fan of Americanos. Americanos. I would never... Decaf? Are you an alien? Honestly, suggesting decaf is like, that's a sign of alien possession. Like, not even, like, not that you are an alien, you are possessed by like the ghost of an alien. If you're asking for decaf coffee at a fancy coffee shop. Nice try, Captain Jewish. We're on to you. I don't like coffee, to be honest. See? Well, that's how I can tell. Americano. Americano football, please. Our coffee is as strong as that band's feelings. Good choice. I don't get it. American football is a sport, but it is also an emo band that made a good album and then waited over a decade and then made another good album, and their music was very sad and sometimes featured sad trumpets. And I'm over-explaining the joke again. Coming right up. Pablo gets to work making our drinks while Matt observes him. He'll get the hang of it. For as goofy of a dude as he is, kid works hard. Hey man, that concert was a lot of fun. We should hang out again. Hell yes. I'm actually going to be done training Pablo in a couple of hours and was going to go record shopping. Want to come along? Record shopping. Absolutely. Pablo brings us our drinks and Amanda buries herself in her laptop. I spend my time sipping my drink and cracking jokes with Matt. Last time we hung out, he told me he had trouble hanging out with other people, but for some reason, he and I can talk and joke like old buds. It's weird. I feel really comfortable around him. Chat, I feel really comfortable around you, all of you. How many of you are there right now? How many fucking clown babies are watching? 256? Minus Robo Remy, minus myself, minus a handful of viewbots. Holy shit. That's a lot of people. That's like 250 of you. Except TK. TK is just 256 clown babies. Minus TK, the best viewbot. Exactly, there you go. Ty confirmed viewbotting. Oh, Demon Wolfie. Once Matt feels comfortable leaving Pablo on his own, I say goodbye to Amanda. And we start walking to the record store.
Hey!
Have you ever been here before? No, I mean, we have a record player sitting in the living room, but all I have are 2 copies of Frampton Comes Alive. Okay, I gotta know what the fuck that is. Oh god. Like Peter Frampton? That's... I could just tell by the image, that's dad as fuck. A Peter Frampton album? 2 copies? I feel like Danny Sexbang made that joke. They were like, what's the most dad record someone could have?
With determination.
And Danny Sexbang
Take
was
my
probably
money,
like...
Daddy, Discgasm, Scrub, Smug.
Danny Sexbang was probably like 2 copies of a Peter Frampton album. Thank you, Tinkerman. 19 months. That's a lot of months. Thank you very much, my friend. Welcome back. I appreciate that. This should be fun then. We're gonna find you some good stuff. The walls of the store are packed with posters, artwork, stickers, and records. A few people mill around, flipping through milk crates of albums. Some indie band is playing through the speakers. It's a nice vibe. Also, chat. Speaking of sad swears, steady, fake beard arms race, Dover Ghost, couples therapy, dinner food, yacht club miracle. Speaking of records, if any of you guys are Dark Souls fans and you also like to collect vinyl and or listen to vinyl, just like recently, they released a 9 record set of all the music from Dark Souls, from Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 as a giant like vinyl collection. And it's crazy. So if you want to check that out, I think the easiest way would be to go on the Namco Bandai Twitter page, and they have links depending on what area of the world you live in. But that's crazy. I have a record player, but my computer monitor is sitting on it, and I think it's like crushing the record part. I've never been one for vinyl. It always makes me worried that I'm gonna fuck it up somehow. But I still appreciate that it exists. But anyway, if that's your thing, throw it down. Lame, you could get all the songs in one easy to travel with CD, or like on your phone as digital files, or in the cloud as digital magic, cloud magic. But some people like physical things. Like some people buy physical copies of video games, and I'm like, what are you, like 100 years old? Like, go get your horse-drawn carriage and like, you know, your fucking hand crank internet 56K and like, let's go play some version 1 EverQuest on your fucking baud modem or whatever. Like, no. But anyway, buy physical to resell it, I guess. But I don't know who's gonna buy it. Like, what? Nah, that's silly. Aren't you that old, Ty? You rude dude. Yeah, but I don't buy physical things anymore. Chat, the digital is magic. Why do I want shit that's gonna collect dust and fucking physically go find a disc and like put it in a tray and like, and then like wait for things to load? And no, chat, please. No. Digital ownership is the future of everything. Big Brother, you know, it's a small price to pay to trust mega corporations to honor your ownership of make-believe shit, so that I don't have to get off my ass and go find a case and open it and find a disc and, you know, like, I'd rather just trust Big Brother to hang on to all that shit for me. It's fine. Not in 2017, Gaming Freak. What are you, 100? Anyway, Google can know me and I don't give a shit. Exactly. So what you're telling us, Ty, is that you're lazy, incredibly lazy, when it comes to if I want a video game, I need I immediately need it now. I don't want to go looking for discs and stupid shit. And, you know, if I reformat my computer, I just want to be able to load up Steam with my 500 game library and just scroll through and pick and choose and fucking download and play. I don't want to, like, go find a case and then, like, physically open it and then risk snapping the disc in half when I... Anyway, I'm just being silly. Let's keep playing. Chat, I'm just pretending to be, like, a weird old man, even though it's kind of the opposite, because like I feel like old people value physical ownership, whereas I don't give a shit. If I, like, the last 2 Dark Souls games, I don't even have physical versions of, like, it's none of that matters. I don't buy collector's editions of anything because I don't want fucking statues and gamer shit all over my house to just collect dust and have to put it in a box when I travel. I don't know. But that's me. That's not everybody. It's also why I don't have any interest in getting like Loot Crate or any of that like gamer shit that like gets delivered to your house every month. It's like, oh yeah, nice. Every month I want lanyards and stickers and a t-shirt I'll never wear that's probably not the right size, and like what other kind of weird shit do you get from like Loot Crate? I don't know. It's just dumb gamer shit that's gonna take up space and I'm gonna end up throwing in the garbage. They sometimes give socks. Okay, well in your case, Geistra, I only want one though. Owning physical items. Chat, I just want to be hooked up and float in a tube of liquid and just experience the universe entirely in my mind as a digital dream. Ish. I don't buy gamer statues, because if I did, then I would have to bring them everywhere when I travel. No, I meant I'd have to bring them when I move houses. It is pretty useless, yeah. What if you get an itch on your nose while in that digital universe? What then, Ty? You'd have to scratch it but unplug everything. Yeah, well, I'm hoping by the time awesome digital, I'm hoping that by the time that technology exists, we won't have need for silly things like physical sensation. It'll all just be in our brains, chat. None of this meat space stuff. I don't want to have to go out of my house and breathe real air and like talk to my boring ass neighbors or whatever. Like, I just want to. Just kidding. Oh, I'm kidding, Chad. So why do people still buy records? Isn't it kind of outdated at this point? Didn't I just say that? No.
Hey.
There's a lot of people who will try to tell you that vinyl sounds warmer or more true to the artist's intent. But really, I think it's just nice to collect records. That is true. As a musician, with the exception of like some old shit, like FLAC, full digital lossless FLAC recordings with good headphones will crush vinyl any day. But I mean, vinyl's kind of neat because it's like a fucking magic obelisk that like a needle touches and it does like cool magic shit. So that's neat.
Hey.
It's cool that in this day and age we have just about every song ever created available instantaneously on our phones. But there's something about holding an album and getting to see the artwork in your hands that I'll always love. That's true. That's why I try to get as many of the records that I love in physical form as possible. Remember when we were kids and we would have to wait around by the radio with a cassette tape so that we could record our favorite songs? I remember that. Wow, I'm old. Chat, do you guys remember high-speed dubbing? Do any of you guys know what high-speed dubbing is? There's a trivia. We'll see if anybody remembers what high-speed dubbing is. High-speed dubbing is something I use like every day. D-U-B-B-I-N-G, dubbing. Some of you are Google searching it right now, so I gotta answer it before you guys cheat. So high-speed dubbing is where, if you guys look at old like boom boxes or stereo cassette recorders, they're called. So they're like these wide things. They have a speaker on either end, and then they have two tape decks that you put cassette tapes in. And a lot of people always wondered, like, why does it have two? You can only listen to one at a time. Why would you have two? Well, what you would do is you would take the source tape, and you would put it in the left side, and you would take the blank or the tape you are copying, and you would put it into the right side. And then you would actually push the play, record, and other record buttons, because they each had their own set of controls. So you would hit play and record on one, and you would hit play on the other. And what would happen is both tapes would start moving, would start rolling, and it would start recording from one tape to the other. But then you would turn it on, but it would record in real time. So actually, if you wanted to record like an hour-long album, you had to sit there for an hour and record it like, minute to minute. But there's a thing called high-speed dubbing, which was, it would speed the music up to 2 or 3 times its normal speed. And that's where, I believe, that's probably where the like chipmunk phenomenon came from. because if you remember was it Alvin and the Chipmunks or whatever? They did a lot of like music, like singing and shit. And I have a feeling it was because there was a small amount of people that were actually very like interested in what music sounds like when you speed it up, and they get like chipmunk voices and it sounds all like garbled and shitty. And that's what high-speed dubbing is. So you would actually like, it was a way to speed up the recording of a tape. I used to use it all the time, but it was really fucked up because you would actually, this was before like you could just have a digital file and or whatever. So you could actually like take your favorite song ever and hear what it would sound like if like a chipmunk sung it. And when you were young, that was kind of cool. Ty, what was it like having to walk uphill in the snow to school every day? How did it compare to the uphill walk home? I'm guessing it was much colder and hillier back in your day. More or less. Did I come into an old man Ty ranting about the days in the 1850s? I had to out my VHS in a separate machine to set it up the beginning of the movie to watch it every time. Oh, to put... I see what you're saying. Hey Ty, computer gave up after the first game of Breakaway, but I'm back now. Hello, Tripod Worm. But yeah, I just wanted to see if anyone knew what high-speed... A few of you knew what high-speed dubbing was.
Hey!
It made each listen really special. And mixtapes were even cooler because of how much work they took. Yes. I remember my first mixtape. It was the most bizarre set of genres ever. But, oh man. And yeah, like, mixtapes actually took a lot of work because you had to record them one by one. Now you just make a playlist. I think the last time someone gave me a real mixtape was in high school. I look around the multi-level record store and spot the genres. Future wave, jungle, anarcho-punk, nunsploitation. I have no idea where to even start. Oh, I know you can speed up vinyl. I was just talking about specifically for tapes. MP3 players, that was my dream as a child. I remember I had everything. I had everything all the way from like an 8-track player all the way up to like all through with Walkman, like the original like Walkman, and then Discmans. The old shitty Discman that like if you looked at it, it skipped. If you just fucking breathed across the surface, it skipped for... I had a Discman that was so shitty. I think it was from the 80s, before CDs were even a thing, really. Although CDs were created in 1985, disc players didn't become popular till like the early 90s, mid-90s. But I had one that I swear was from the 80s. It was all metal, and it was such a piece of shit. It took like 10 batteries, and it would drain the batteries in one play. You would listen to one CD, and that shit was gone. But it would drain like 10 batteries. It was like a Game Gear. It would drain the batteries so fast. And if you were in a vehicle, you couldn't listen to it at all. The only way to listen to it was to place it on a surface by itself and just like listen using headphones. If you touched it, it crashed. It didn't just skip. Like the usually good CD players, if they skip, they immediately recover. This one, if it skipped, the whole thing just glitched out, and you had to I think you had to take the batteries out and put them back in to get it to do like a full reset. Shit was so bad. That thing was horrible. It was from Germany, and I think it was from the 80s. It was so bad. Anyway. I have no idea where to even start. Man, this is a little overwhelming. Here, let me help you find something you might like. If you were a milkshake, what flavor would you be? Chat, if I were a milkshake, what flavor would I be? Purple? You'd be purple? I'd be mint chocolate chip. Mint chocolate chip's very good. Ty, your vanilla as fuck. Wow, Claire. Wow. That's fucked up. That's so fucked up. Your hair even makes purple? That's true. Alright, I'll be purple.
Hey.
If you could only buy one type of candle scent for the rest of your life, what would it be? Obviously, Power Violence Cherry Blossom, Daffodil Mountain Spring, Camouflage Summer Breeze, Spring Creek Fireball, or Power Violence Cherry Blossom.
Hey.
What's your favorite ambient sound? A bowling alley, Star Trek Bridge, Howls of the Bone Chorus, or Rain. Rain is by far the best ambient sound ever. Although Howls of the Bone Chorus sound like pretty fucking good. Who chooses bowling alley? Bowling alley sounds. But no, rain is the best. The amount of times I've used like rainy mood and stuff. We used to play. There was a time, chat, when H1Z1 first started releasing weather maps, like maps that had weather, and they released the rain map, but they didn't have any rain sound. So like, it was just regular H1Z1 and it was pouring rain with fog and everything, but there was no sound. So we used to listen to Rainy Mood while we played it. That was good times. I remember playing with Grims and OPSCT, like back in the days. I remember they had like an epiphany because they would just play normally. I'm like, no, turn on Rainy Mood. And they did, and they were like, this is the best fucking thing ever. But then I think they wanted to be too like tryhards. So they turned it off because it could like dampen the sounds of like people running on grass or something. It was stupid. Anyway, Rain. What's your dream vacation spot? My backyard, inside an active volcano, living off the fat of the land in Ibiza, or starting a new life in the Baltics. I could stream from Ibiza. That shit would be amazing. But a vacation? No, I'm not going an active volcano, no. My backyard, fuck no. A new life in the Baltics? That's weird. I don't want a new life. I love my life, so I'm gonna go with Ibiza. What's your deepest, darkest fear? Okay, this is getting too real. I worry that people are nice to me only because they want something from me. I fear that I don't deserve happiness and I won't ever get it. What if nobody exists but me and I fabricated this universe? Saying you too when the waiter tells you to enjoy your food. That's such a that's fucked up. Is H1Z1 in year 4 of early access? It's actually considered out. H1Z1 is released. Saying you too when a waiter tells you to enjoy your food. Yeah, I think that's everybody. Matt thinks for a moment. Chat, okay. What genre is Matt gonna choose for me? If you were Matt, what genre do you think Matt is going to choose based on my selections? Country? Are you? No. Vaporwave? Nunsploitation? Ska punk? Ugh, Witch House. Pop, specifically Katy Perry. Witch House. Dragon Slayer Death Swing. I like the sound of that. Blackened folk gore grind. What? Oh, folk. Oh, okay. Blackened folk gore grind. Chubwave. Witch House. Nickelback. Wait, H1Z1 is still labeled as early access on Steam? What a fucking joke. That's just their excuse for not ever making their game good. I shouldn't say that. It's playable. I think he's gonna choose... It'd be awesome if he chose New Retro Wave, which is the stuff we mostly listen to these days on the stream. Like either Retro Wave or New Retro Wave.
Wait.
Oh, I know, just the thing. Matt runs to the other side of the store and returns holding a record behind his back. He shows it to me. This is Dark Night of the Soul by Danger Mouse. This one almost didn't get released, but there are a ton of awesome collabs on it. Super underrated album. I think you'll really enjoy it. Whoa, dude. Thanks for the recommendation.
Oh.
You're gonna have a great time with it, promise. Matt and I bring our records to the cash register. A young girl with a septum ring and a buzz cut stands behind the counter with one earbud in. Usual stuff today, Matt?
Hey.
Just some light pickups. Matt places 3 albums on the counter. Swear I'm good at this by Diet Sig, Forever by Mystery Skulls, and Greatest Hits by Remo Drive. Tight.
Hey.
The cashier rings Matt up and hands back his albums in a bag. She stares at me suspiciously. Come on, man. The fuck? How hard do I gotta try to not be a nerd? Who's the nerd? I'll have you know, I'm cool. Okay? I'm cool as fuck. Chat, I'm cool, right?
Hey.
That nerd is my buddy Ty. Mr. Melon! Thank you for that 5-month
Nerd.
resub. Thank you, Mr. Melon, for the 5-month resub. Appreciate that very much. Only if you flex for chat. Get PvP Raptor in to take this jerk down a peg. Now you're thinking. You're okay. Fuck you, Jen. You're... like... shut up. About a 6.5 out of 10. You're okay. Wow. This nerd is my buddy Ty. Ty, this beacon of human charm is Molly. I got kicked out of art school for destroying my paintings at the end of every critique. Lovely to meet you. Anyway, Matt, is the open mic night still on?
Hey.
You know it is. Are the third wave's gonna do something, do a special acoustic performance? I might see if I can get a few of the girls together. There's an open mic night going on?
Oh.
Yeah, dude. We do it every month at the Coffee Spoon. Some amazing talent comes through. Got a flyer for it right here. You and Amanda should come by that night. Matt blushes.
Man.
I mean, if you're not doing anything.
Man.
Will Vacant Veil be playing?
Yeah, sounds great.
If only. I finished paying for my record and we head out of the store. Man, what a trip down memory lane. I haven't been in a record shop like that since vans had shag carpeting. Or station wagons had wood paneling. That's even older. Now that you mention it, isn't it strange to think of all the weird little musical memories? How do you mean? Well, I think music is a very time and place sort of thing. A song is important to me, not only in that I think it sounds good, but where I was and what I was doing when I listened to it. There's music that reminds me of exes, of struggling through school, of being so poor that I don't even know where my next meal was coming from.
Hey.
All that stuff. And listening to those songs reminds me of those moments in my life. That's true. There's so many songs through like my whole childhood. I was always listening to music. Always. And there are so many songs and specific, like for me it's like a bunch of live recordings because I listen to a shitload of live music. I got hooked on concert bootlegs. Those were like my favorite fucking thing in the whole world. Because there's one thing about listening to a song, but there's another thing about listening to a song and hearing the crowd like in the background react to it. So I have so many like specific recordings that like evoke a crazy like nostalgia thing from me. All that stuff, and listening to those songs reminds me of those moments in my life. Yeah, now that I think of it, even the pop concerts Amanda make me take her to is special to me. I mean, I'm not really a fan of the band, but hearing their songs on the radio reminds me of how young and excited Amanda was.
Hey.
And then that even reminds me of a younger me, going to see my favorite bands in concert with all my friends. We would always go to my friend Cynthia Chapman's house beforehand and smoke pot in her basement, like we were so slick. Her parents definitely knew what we were doing. Wait, when was the last time you smoked pot? Matt stops and thinks for a moment. Oh, it's been decades. Dude, me too. Where do you even get pot now? Is that even what the kids call it these days? I don't know. But I bet I could find out. Do you want to get high and listen to our new records? Yeah, why not say no to drugs? Yes? Matt pulls out his phone and starts texting.
Hey.
After a few minutes, he looks up and smiles at me.
Hey.
Ah, Molly's got a hookup. She says to meet in an alley near the coffee shop. In an alley?
Oh.
What is this? Are you really gonna deal in an alley? Like, come on. Okay, if it turns out that it's the feds, you make a break for it and I'll take the heat. Just promise to me that you'll raise Amanda like she was your own. You realize that weed has been legalized in this state, right? Well, that makes it less exciting. I definitely knew that. But we live in dangerous times. Who knows what lurks in the seedy underbelly of Maple Bay? We could find ourselves on the wrong end of a deal gone bad. Just look out for Amanda. I hope Molly brings Molly. I swear.
What?
Oh, here's our guy. Coming around the corner is one of those nasty grease dumpsters, shrouded in darkness, is a lean figure dressed all in black. Is it gonna be Damien's son? Excuse me, Mr. Drugman? Well, that was a little bit obvious. I would have expected the other kid, the one with the hoodie. What's his face's son? Hugo's son. Surprise, the person almost jumps out of their skin. It's Lucian, Damien's son. Who sent you?
What?
We're cool, man, we're cool. Says who? For all I know, you could be the feds. You could be with the feds. Actually, weed is like... Prove you're cool. What? I need to know that you're down or I bolt. Show him you're not wearing a wire. Impress him with your extensive knowledge of current drug lingo. Cite mutually assured destruction. It's definitely not number 2. We'll get fucked if we hit number 2. Number 2 is just like, we're narcs. Do you think this might ruin our relationship with Damien? No. 3 is probably right. Look, man, we're trying to buy drugs from you, and we know you sell drugs. You have dirt on us. We have dirt on you. We're in this together now. Look, it's fine. I get it. Buzzcut Molly said you were coming. Right. Now the formalities are out of the way. Let's make a deal. All right. How much do you want? 1. Can I get 1 weed? No. 3 weeds. Can I get 3 pots, please? Exactly 1 marijuana and not a gram less. One what?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
He means weed, Lucian. Yeah, but how much? This is so, but like this is so true. One jazz cigarette. I'm here to purchase exactly 1 devil's lettuce. This must have been inspired by Ego Raptor. Oh, did he tell a story or something about this once? Like trying to buy weed or something and he didn't know how to... He didn't know how quantities worked? I think it's funny.
Don't give me that.
Big
You
Bad.
are drunk. all of you.
Thank you for the $10,
For that
dude.
amazing detective work, here's your payment. Keep up the good work. I'll let you knick-knack my tallywhack later. Wink wink nudge nudge. Please please. I need this.
For that amazing detective work, here's your payment. Well, thank you, Big Bad, for the $10 tip. That is crazy. That's a real big donation. Thank you, Big Bad. And thank you again for, like, fucking buying this game for me. You are, like, you're a superstar. That is very, very kind of you. Why is it I cannot stop imagining Peeve's stupid one pasta please gif with your character asking for one weed please? I think the weirdest thing about specifically like drug measurements is that in the States you guys hang on to your imperial measurements pretty heavily, except when it comes to drugs. You use ounces but also grams. That's weird to me, because like ounces are imperial but grams are metric, and like, but you also mention pounds of cocaine but kilos of cocaine, and I've heard both. It's like, it's really strange that everybody just kind of shuffles, like juggles. All drug dealers are Canadian. No, but everyone just juggles that, or juggles that. Like, I ask an American, I'm like, what temperature is it? And they're like, it's 80 degrees. And I'm like, okay. And then like, I tell them what temperature it is here. And I'm like, you know, today it was 30 degrees. And they're like, oh my God, you must have freeze to death. And I'm like, no. Okay, let me, 30 degrees is roughly 85 Fahrenheit. But like, I can make that calculation from metric to imperial. But a lot of Americans can't. So for a lot of Americans, they have no idea how to make those adjustments. And same with like inches to centimeters and meters. Like if I say a meter, like what? And I'm like, it's basically a yard. And they're like, oh yeah, I get a yard. Or like, you know, and you guys talk about like 1/16 of an inch and stuff, and how like much of an awkward fraction that is to make a measurement of anything. Like, yeah, that's 3/16 of an inch. It's like, why don't you just use fucking millimeters or centimeters? Like, they're so much more precise. But the point I'm trying to make is that the point I'm trying to make is that when it comes to drugs specifically, every American drug-using person I've ever known knows exactly how much a gram is. They know exactly how much a kilo is, but they still can't make the conversion from Fahrenheit to Celsius. I just think that's really funny. If you told me 30 degrees Celsius, I can imagine someone saying that because it's the coldest it ever gets here in Texas. That's actually not true. When I went to PAX South in San Antonio, Texas, we were crossing the road from our hotel to the convention center. It was in January, no. When was PAX? Yeah, it was probably January, February. And it was miserably cold. It was like, I came from a Canadian winter where it was like snowstorms, but I come to Texas and I go to cross the street in San Antonio. That was it, from the front door of the hotel to the convention center. And the wind and the icy fucking freezing death wind, I was like, this sucks. And me and Frosty, who also lives in my city, we were freezing. It was horrible because it was that awful dry, shitty cold that you guys get in Texas. But it's funny, 2 days later, it was like beautiful, sunny, like tropical weather. And I'm like, this is fucked. Only in Texas does it go from like I wish I was still in Canada in the winter weather to holy shit, like I need to be naked right now because it's too hot. Very strange. Very strange. Texas, it's because it's a desert. I'm just not used to desert climates. Deserts are very cold at night and very hot during the day. But yeah, it's weird. Anyway, where were we? We're talking about drugs. One. Oh my God, look here, take this and give me $10. Just don't tell my dad. Let's all forget this ever happened.
Hey.
I won't tell your dad if you don't. Lucian hands me a baggie of something and disappears down the alley. I open it and take a deep whiff. Smells like genuine drugs. Yes, sirree. Gee Willikers. Yes, sirree.
Hey.
Oh, that went smoothly. Yeah, we should get off of public property before we smoke
Hey.
this. Great idea. Let's head back to my place, yeah? Matt and I walk back to our cul-de-sac and stop at the gas station on the way to buy rolling papers and soda. I feel like I'm 16 again. In before it's oregano, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Josh Lee. That's so fucked up. It could be 90 degrees, which is a hot fucking summer day. And the next day it could be 20 degrees, which is like a fucking uncomfortable winter, like cold. It's crazy. Matt and I walked to our cul-de-sac. Okay, I feel like I'm 16 again. Carmen Cita is having a sleepover tonight. So that gives us all the time we need to do drugs.
Hey.
Awesome. Let's do some drugs. It's funny because my friends that like I used to go to a lot of like poker games with my friends. That was how we would like hang out. And that was always what everyone would say. Everyone would say when it was time to take a basement weed break. Everyone was like, you want to smoke some drugs? And I always found that like really like endearing. Ty's about to get destroyed by drugs, probably. Matt pulls one of the records out of his bag and puts it on for us. I plop down on the comfy leather couch and look around his place. There are a bunch of band posters and his record collection takes up an entire wall. Whoa, what a collection.
Hey.
Been collecting my whole life. It was nice to finally get them all in one place after being on the road for so much of my life. Had to ask my parents to hold on to them for me. Nat sits down next to me and we lay the marijuana drugs. I love the drugs are weird to me. I don't see the appeal. Well, I mean, that's cool. Some people are curious. That's the big thing. Some people are curious to know like what it's all about. And if you've never tried something, then I can enjoy myself without inhaling a plant. I mean, yeah, so can you know, everybody else, but that doesn't mean that you know, that doesn't mean that the curiosity of the experience doesn't have value, and you know, it's something different. I just wanted to say inhaling a plant. Matt sits down next to me and we lay the marijuana drugs out on the coffee table. A lot of people, what you got to understand is for some people, the difference between you and them is that they are seeking out something they've never experienced before. Whether that's like a mind-altering thing or a mood or something that's just different than they know. And they know that other people are doing these things and having a good time. So they do those things as well. That's the core of everyone who's ever tried anything. But, you know, by the same flip side, there's an equal amount of people who are like, you know, I'm content with my mental state. You know, I don't want anything fucking with my brain. I don't want to be not in control of my senses and stuff. And that's totally cool too. So, you know, I think what it comes down to is your own, like what kind of personality you are. Like, do you have an addictive personality? Are you the kind of person that is constantly wanting to try everything, new foods and new experiences, and try this drug and that drink, and you want to see how this makes you feel, and you want to go on this trip in your brain, and it's like it, you know. And for some people, the reason they turn to drugs is because they have crazy anxieties. Like, I have a friend who has mega social anxiety, so he just does drugs and it makes him normal, believe it or not. I know, it's strange. But I have a friend who, when he's had several drinks and not a small amount of weed, he is his best self. And that's his own opinion, but usually the opinion of the people around him as well. Because otherwise he's just an anxious mess, and he's like kind of OCD about a lot of things, and he's just, but you know, he becomes socially like way more, he just becomes way more sociable, and it kind of like unlocks him. And for some people, it's like, there's a reason people call drugs, in a lot of cases, drugs self-medication, is because it is. It's, you know, and it's another reason why it's silly to not have, that we haven't legalized weed yet. Because there's so many people that could benefit from it. Just by it being an option for them to try without having to go to a doctor and get special whatever. I guess destroying your body is better than being... Geistra, smoking weed is not destroying your body. You're such a baby. You're such a fucking baby. Yes, smoke the weed and destroy your body, Geistra. Go ahead. Yeah, you go get yourself... go find some medical documentation that weed destroyed your body. Do you want me to do the honors? Please, it's your house.
Hey.
If you say so. Matt pulls out some rolling papers and sprinkles some of the beatnik tobacco on one piece. He starts rolling it back and forth, and the paper breaks almost immediately, spilling drugs all over the couch. Why wouldn't you do that on a table? So you could like scrape it back up. Now it's like embedded in the fibers of the couch.
Hey.
Never was too good at this.
Hey.
Matt tries again and is able to successfully roll a nice looking weed cigarette. He hands me a lighter and the blunt, I think, and I take it. No, but chat, I'm just, what I'm trying to say is I have friends that no amount of medicine or doctors or therapy or anything ever worked for them until they smoked weed. And then they realized they can be normal. So like, that's important. That like, and I know multiple people like that. Their anxieties are so strong that they've been driven to like near suicide because of just how shitty the world is to them. And like, you know, and I'm not saying they didn't try several things, but nothing worked. And, you know, and then they smoked weed and they were like, holy shit, I feel like normal. Like I can actually... I can function around like people and stuff. And it's like, that's awesome. And it's crazy that it's demonized. Like you guys are saying you're destroying your body. That's just your perception because everyone around you probably like told you your whole life not to do drugs or you'll die and destroy your body. It's like, no, actually, you know, we're not talking about black tar heroin here. There's a difference. Not all drugs are created the same. Well, let's open up the nug, smoke some of that gateway drug, rip that golf fairway. I'm gonna say smoke some of that gateway drug because that's like the funniest. I don't know if that's what people call it. I like the joint and inhale deeply. And everybody has told you weed has helped them? Geistra, you're not actually trolling? Are you actually, like, that scared of it? Geistra...
That crazy kid from Vault 101.
Maxim Cat, thank you very much for that Twitch Prime sub. Oh, baby. Chat, let's get some hype for Maxim Cat. Woo! Geistra... I know a lot of people who have smoked weed. In fact, almost every adult I know has tried marijuana. Almost every adult. And I'm including everybody's parents that I know, every friend from work, every boss I've ever worked for, every person from college, everyone has tried it. The most negative response I've ever heard was, It felt weird. I coughed. It wasn't for me. I don't like inhaling like like smoky stuff. That's the worst I've ever heard. And some of them were like, it made me tired, or it made me kind of nauseous, or I got a little bit paranoid because it is a psychedelic. It does things to your brain. That's the most negative I've ever heard, ever. So Geistra, like, if you truly believe people are like destroying their lives over like and I'm not saying all drugs, I'm saying specifically we're talking about weed, the the most fucking like baby easy mode thing anyone could do. And it's about to not, within our lifetime, people are going to laugh when they thought that one day weed was, at one point in our lives, weed was not legalized everywhere in the whole universe. But but anyway, it's not a thing. Nobody has ever died from weed unless they fucking fell asleep. They smoked so much they fell asleep and like rolled off of a bunk
How
bed
much
and died.
sex does this new gold mimic get me? On the
Ooh, all
real,
the-
thanks for being a great streamer that plays games.
No problem. But guys, I get that you don't like it and everything, and that's super totally okay. But if you're gonna campaign against it, it's like you can't win that. You can't. There are way more people that have had that smoke weed either casually or fairly commonly and you know and have had a good time on it than there are the amount of people that have had truly negative experiences. Like, it's like 1,000 to 1. You will find one person in because most people, they smoke it and they're like, that's kind of cool, or that's not kind of cool, and that's it, and they just move on with their lives. But there's just, it's crazy, like, but no, don't do anything important while you're stoned. In the same way, if you're drinking, in the same way, if you're tired, you shouldn't drive. But anyway, I don't want to get on a big discussion about this because we're derailing the stream. But again, Maxim Cat, thank you for the sub, and Sky Dragon, thank you for that 1 year. But like, guys, if you're truly like trying if you're truly, guys, you're trying to say that marijuana is bad and you've never done it and you've never experienced it yourself, you can't win that fight. You can't. And that goes for everybody. It's like, it's a personal experience. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to harm you in any way. You're either going to try it and you're not going to like it, or you're going to try it and you're going to like it. And for some people, it has amazing medical benefits. That's literally the entirety of marijuana, and that is the truth. Maybe if you got a PhD in weed study, maybe it should be called that. This is not what I remember. It's been a while though. Maybe pot drugs have gotten more potent since the last time I smoked. Hey there, it's Ash. 5 months. No. But your arguments have been everybody has told me. Yes, personal experience. When I say everybody has told me, okay, well, you have it all. You didn't say anything about, like, are you saying, like, your friends have ruined their lives over pot? Like, I don't understand what you're saying, Geistra. Geistra, like, yeah, like, do you know people who have destroyed their lives over marijuana? If so, I guess, like, that's amazing, because I've never met anyone who has. I've met people who have hurt themselves with other drugs, but it's so. But okay, we got to stop this whole discussion. Let's just play the game. Every time I look, I'm starting to. This is no. I'm sorry I got into this discussion, guys. I don't mean to single you out about this. I'm just, it's fine. It's fine. But thank you, hey there, it's Ash, for the 5 months. I'm sorry I even started. I know drugs are a touchy subject for a lot of people. I am extremely pro drug use because I know people are generally responsible, but you're a fuck, Geistra. I hate you. Geistra, die in like 10 grease fires right now. Go to the kitchen, pour all the grease on all the burners, start them all up, and just roll in it. Well, don't do that. That actually sounds pretty bad. You're a dick. Go smoke some pot, you fucking criminal. Go light up. Go light up, take a marijuana cigarillo. Like, not a cigarette, like the long fucking ones with the sticks and put one between each finger. So you're quadra wielding and fucking go straight to the police station. And just do that. I don't know why. It's me. I hate you. Also, guys, did you get a chance to check out any of the Breakaway? Is it something you might be interested in? Because I might try it again on Sunday if you've downloaded it. I think it's only available till Sunday. This is not what I remember. It's been a while though. Maybe pot drugs have gotten more potent since the last time I smoked. I passed the joint to Matt and cough a little bit. Should it sting this much, or am I just a baby? Huh? Matt takes a hit and his eyes go wide. Takes a hit. Uh-oh. Are you smoking like... That's not weed. Oh god. Did we develop a taste for meth? No, it's... Matt takes another hit and winces. Yeah, this is oregano. For fuck's sake. The oldest jape in the book. The oregano. I sniff the air. Yeah, that would definitely explain why it smells like a pizza place in here. Oh, his one eye is closed. That little punk ripped us off. Oh well, we can still relax and enjoy the music sober. You know what? You're right.
Hey.
We sit and listen through the Diet Sig album that Matt bought, which is catchy as hell. I look around the room again and see photos of Carmencita growing up. I spot a young woman with a huge smile in one of the pictures with the two. Who's that? Oh, that's Rosa. She was Carmencita's mother. She died when Carmencita was young. Aww. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Amanda lost Alex at a young age, too. I can understand how hard it must have been. I look around again, spotting a framed gig poster hanging on the wall. On it, there's an illustration of Matt and Rosa surrounded by flowers. The cursive lettering reads, "Stillness and Dancing." Looks like they played the Soundgarden over a decade ago. I literally knew a kid who sold oregano at middle school and made bank on the middle class roof. Or sorry, yeah, that's really funny. He just sold straight up oregano? That's awesome, Sky Dragon. I'm glad you like him. Maybe one day you'll have the Mega Mimic, the pink one. Were you two in a band together? Yeah. That was the reason I was touring so much when I was younger. We traveled the whole country in this rinky-dink little van. It was hard to start, but once we started gaining notoriety and seeing how much our songs meant to kids, it was just incredible. Wow, that seems like a life some people only dream of. It was, and it was difficult at the same time. I couldn't have done it without someone by my side. Rosa and I knew we couldn't do it forever. The long hours on the road, missing your family, sleeping in the van, all that stuff. So once she became pregnant with Carmencita, we put down our roots in our favorite town to play in, right here. Since she was a kid, Rosa always had a dream to own a quiet little coffee shop. She died before it opened. Aww. This is so sad, but so well written. I'm so sorry. Don't be. Not really sure what to say. I couldn't possibly count the number of times I've told people the same thing after Alex died.
Oh.
Matt gets up to flip the record. Next to the turntable, I notice a dusty piano. Did you play? I'm out of practice. I used to jam on the keys back in the day. Oh yeah? I fronted the hottest 7-piece ska band that Eagle Rock Bay High School had to offer. As the keyboardist?
Hey.
No way. You had a ska phase? Phase? Ska never dies. No, ska died really hard. Like super fucking, like... Damn.
Hey.
Except for Scommunist Manifesto, who broke up after the senior talent show to pursue solo careers. Ty, you're such a nerd. What? Ska died. It did. Chat. Okay, fine. Some of you don't act. Some of you have a misconception of maybe you think that I'll play something for you. It'll get part of the VOD muted, but it's not the end of the world. This isn't the best example, but it is still technically a form of ska. But like, how could anybody listen to this and not be like, this is fucking hang on one sec. YouTube is being dumb. Ska was replaced by Electro Swing. I gotta play something extremely generic. Give me a sec. Alright, this is extremely generic, but it's, like, how could anyone listen to this and not enjoy it? Okay, hang on. I gotta describe what the video is. So it's very recognizable Mighty Mighty Boss Tone song. But what's really funny is this video has Skull Trumpet playing the trumpet. So it's like on the screen, Skull Trumpet is flying around like playing the trumpet. It's also like the lowest quality recording ever. I hope it's bad enough that it doesn't get the VOD muted. But yeah, like ska was cool, man. Now that's really radio ska. The ska that he's probably talking about is like a little bit rougher around the edges, but that shit was quality. It was really catchy and nice. But anyway,
Hey.
dude, that's so rad. Matt pulls out a piano bench. Give me some of that two-tone love. Oh man, let's see if I still got it. Am I about to play a mini game of like,
Hey, yeah.
sit down at the piano, go with a classic, stick to your ska roots. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Go with a classic, stick to your ska roots. We're gonna go with the ska roots. Hey, I think I'm doing it. I'm playing ska.
Hey.
Wait, that was just Smoke on the Water. Matt, I've forgotten how to play it. The Deep Purple is always appreciated, nonetheless. Alright, buddy. Can you top that? I shouldn't. Aw, come on.
Oh, man.
No, it's been a long time. Aw, there's something like personal at stake here. Never too late to get back into it? Do you think, like... Do you think this has something to do with, like, his wife, maybe? Or... maybe, like, she played the piano last and I just fucking ruined it with, like, my fucking oregano pizza fingers and now it's like I've... Should I drop it, chat? Wow, Giraffe Jesus. Wow. Push? Then drop? This is a really tough choice because this will determine if it's a good or a bad date. Drop pants. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. This is tough. Like, I don't want to fuck this up, but it'd be memorable to get back into it with you. Yeah, like I'm hoping that this is just him being like, you know, like when you ask you put a friend on the spot and you want them to do some talent they have. It's like, yeah, show me that thing you do that's like really, and they're like, nah, man, come on, I don't know. But then they end up doing it and it's fucking awesome and you have a great time. I'm hoping it's one of those, moments, but I'm worried that it's probably like something sentimental. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try pushing it. Never too late to get back into it. Matt, you just sat through a butchered version of Deep Purple Smoke on the Water. How much worse can it be? Matt stares at the piano for a second. Okay. Oh, chat, that was spooky. That was spooky, but we did it. Okay. Matt closes his eyes and runs his fingers over the keys. He breathes in deep and starts playing a melody, and it's probably the best fucking... If I didn't know that he hadn't played piano in a long time, I would have never guessed it. Matt plays a soft, sweet tune filled with emotion. I've never heard this before. Is it one of his original works? This is so cool.
Hey, dude.
Matt finishes the song and finally opens his eyes. How was that? That was amazing. Oh, it's nothing. Come on, man. That was killer. Are you going to pull that out at open mic night?
Man.
Oh, no. I never play at those. Well, why not? You're really good. It's just, I just don't do it anymore. I just don't like being up there and alone and having so many people stare at me. It doesn't feel fun anymore. I can sense that Matt's getting uncomfortable at the thought of it. I won't push him any further. All right, man. But I hope you know how beautiful your music is. Thanks.
Hey.
Matt and I sit and listen to more records until it gets late and I decide that I need to go to bed. Matt walks me to my door. Let's never tell anyone about the oregano, all right? Deal. Wait, can I tell my doctor? I don't know anything about the health effects of smoking oregano, and I think we'll be fine. Night, dude. I smile. Night. I walk inside and the house is dark, save for the sliver of light coming from beneath Amanda's door. Now you rub the dick. Baby steps. I knock lightly on the door and enter Amanda's room. She's sitting at her desk with a camera, editing photos. Hey, Amanda. Amanda swivels around in her chair to face me and slumps down. What? It smells like a pizza parlor in here. What? Nothing. So, what's up? Dad, I'm hungry.
Hey.
Wait, no. Hi, hungry. No. I'm Dad. Amanda collapses on the floor. I promised myself I'd never let it come to this. Sorry, kiddo. You set it up. I spike it down. You're a monster. Want some spaghetti? Yes, please.
Oh.
Amanda and I boil pasta or pasta. Chat gets all fucked up if I say pasta. I grew up saying pasta. Maybe it's a Canadian thing, but pasta. So instead, we're going to meet in the middle, chat. You say pasta, I say pasta, pasta. Amanda and I boil pasta and heat up the sauce in a pan. Well, I boil pasta and heat up sauce while Amanda watches. Despite my best efforts, I'm not able to set it on fire.
Yeah.
How was the record collecting? Yeah, it was great. Did you know that Matt used to play in a band? No way. Was he good? I don't know if the band was good, but he played some piano for me tonight, and it was amazing. Yes. He played piano for you? Dude, that's pretty romantic. Yeah. I brought it up that he should play at the open mic night that's happening in his coffee shop, but he got kind of weird about it. Hey, I saw a flyer for that. We should go. It's not too late to start a father-daughter punk band and play a couple tunes there. Yeah, let me break out the Glockenspiel. I think I only know hot cross buns, but we can work off of the chord progression. Amanda and I have a nice dinner before she goes back to her room to do photography stuff. I end up watching True Life, I'm a House Hunter. I love the joke that all the like reality TV shows are just like they're all just keywords mismatched, like ghost hunter, ice truck, road, driver, haunted, true, reality, life show. Just all of that. If you just mismatch all those words, you get like new ones. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a random like reality TV generator. Good night, Josh Lee. Have a good one, man. Got to get some sleep for work. Oh, yeah. The Cockenspiel. They're staging an intervention for the house hunter, who is crying uncontrollably over the color of the walls. They know they can paint the walls of their home any color they want, right? Matt's song is stuck in my head all night. Oh, baby. Here we go. The oregano, that little tiny nuggage.
Oh man, I just can't wait for your next hit.
Not bad. I wonder where I lost points. I might have lost points when I said gateway drug about the weed. I might have lost points I don't know, actually. I thought it was pretty smooth. Oh, Smoke on the Water. Yeah. Might have been when I played Smoke on the Water. Maybe if I had played, like, a classic rather than... Yeah. Like, if I had played something like... like if I had played this instead. Wait for it. That's kind of a classic-ish. God, the Real Big Fish are so strange. Just that music video is so fucking 90s. 1996, damn. That's the Tony Hawk, like, vibes, damn. I probably would have gotten away with it. And Real Big Fish. Yeah, the two most, like, iconic ones, like, radio ones are Real Big Fish and the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. Anyway, we did okay.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Okay, to be fair, I typed that only... Jen, the only two that I know off the top of my head without digging deeper are those two. It's either, like, when someone's like, hey man, play a ska radio song, you play one or the other. And then there's a couple other ones that kind of... So, yeah. But congratulations for typing it while I thought of it at the same time. But you can't take credit for this. There's hundreds of people here. Okay, there's 250-ish people here. But... Well, that was fun. So we've gotten Matt to level 2. We've gotten Craig to level 2, although that date wasn't very good. We got Damien to level 2. We got Robert to level 2, but that wasn't very difficult. His name's Robert Small. Oh, that's not what you meant? I meant I made fun of the song for just being drums? Oh, gotcha. But anyway, chat, it is 3 a.m. and I need to call it. Because I've had a long day. There's been a lot of streaming today, and my throat is